Stephen C. Evans is proud to present the men and women of Navy Band, Great Lakes. The drum major for today's concert is musician third class, Christopher Bettler. And conducting Navy Band Great Lakes is musician first class, Jesse Carmona. Another acknowledgement, please, for their outstanding performance this morning. As a reminder, if you require wheelchair assistance after the ceremony, please remain seated and assistance will be available to help you to the visitor center and the parking area. The parade of graduates is underway and will arrive at Midway Ceremonial Hall in just a few moments. Please make sure that all personal items are clear of the aisles and the drill deck. Guests in the balcony are reminded that standing along the rail is prohibited for the remainder of the ceremony. We know that your sailors will have many wonderful and amazing stories for you about their boot camp experience. However, at this time, we offer some video evidence that reveals our side of the story.
Good morning. I'm Rear Admiral Stephen Evans, Commander, Naval Service Training Command, and I welcome you to Naval Station Great Lakes and Recruit Training Command for Recruit Graduation. While this occasion is a chance for you to celebrate your loved one's graduation from our Navy's only boot camp, it is also a celebration of your impact on them as well. Throughout our nation's history, the steadfast support of military families has always been a source of inspiration to all who serve. Your sons, daughters, wives, husbands, and friends had other options than volunteering to serve their country, yet they chose this path. And I join a grateful nation in saying thank you. None who serve stand alone, and the young men and women who graduate today owe much of their current and future success to family and the outstanding support you provide. I wish to extend my heartfelt thanks to each and every one of you who do so much for our Navy family. You are true patriots in so many ways, and your support makes a tremendous difference. You define us, you sustain us, you encourage and reinforce us. So enjoy today's graduation and take pride in this special occasion. I can assure you that this is a day you and our Navy's newest sailors will never forget. Again, my most profound thanks for your support and my most sincere welcome to our Navy family. Welcome aboard.
As the parade of graduates approaches, we salute the states and territories whose sons and daughters will graduate today.
Delaware,
Pennsylvania, New Jersey,
Georgia,
Connecticut, Massachusetts,
Maryland,
South Carolina,
New Hampshire,
Virginia, New York,
North Carolina, Rhode Island, Vermont,
Kentucky, Tennessee,
Ohio, Louisiana, Indiana,
Mississippi,
Illinois,
Alabama, Maine,
Missouri,
Arkansas, Michigan,
Florida, Texas,
Iowa, Wisconsin,
California, Minnesota,
Oregon, Kansas,
West Virginia, Nevada,
Nebraska,
Colorado, North Dakota,
South Dakota,
Montana,
Washington,
Idaho,
Wyoming, Utah,
Oklahoma,
New Mexico, Arizona,
Alaska,
Hawaii, District of Columbia,
Puerto Rico,
Guam,
American Samoa,
Northern Mariana Islands,
Virgin Islands,
state flags, order, arms. And now we invite you to join the staff of Recruit Training Command in welcoming the graduating divisions with your applause as they enter Midway Ceremonial Hall and are announced in the following order.
Please welcome Division 001. Division 002. Division 003. Division 004. Division 005. Division 006. Division 007. Division 008. Division 009. Division 010. Today's graduating performing unit is Division 901. Division 901 provides the Arrival Honor Staff, Honor Guard, the Recruit Review Commander, Adjutant, and graduates who provide support assignments for today's ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, you may be seated. Thank you. Divisions. Right. Face. Section leaders fall out and collect outer garments. Divisions. Forward. Counter. March. Divisions, halt.
Prepare for review. At a normal interval, dress left, dress. Ready, front, left, face, at a close interval, dress right, dress. Ready, front, right, face, parade, rest.
May I have your attention, please? For the remainder of the review, no one will be permitted to pass in front of the review stand, and we ask this as a courtesy to our reviewing officer. Photography is certainly encouraged, but we ask that you remain seated and off the drill deck. The photographers you will see on deck throughout the review are the official photographers of Recruit Training Command. Division commanders, left or right, face. Parade, rest.
Ladies and gentlemen, good morning. I'm Lieutenant Dewan Wilcher, Recruit Training Command's Drill Division Officer. Today, you will see 11 divisions comprised of 697 sailors participate in their graduation ceremony and soon join the most powerful Navy in the world. The unit positioned at center deck is the Review Commander and staff. The Review Commander is responsible for conducting the graduation ceremony. Today's Review Commander is Seaman Recruit Brandon Adams from Gold Beach, Oregon. Performing and graduating today is the staff unit on their 8th and final week of training, the State Flags unit on their 7th week of training, and the Triple Threat unit on their 6th week of training. These units are comprised entirely of recruits. During their night of arrival, all recruits are placed into divisions of 88 personnel and assigned their division commanders. Recruit division commanders form the backbone of recruit training and are the key individuals in the life of every recruit. Division commanders must serve as counselors, disciplinarians, administrators, and military leaders. Above all, they must show themselves as outstanding examples of military bearing, appearance, attitude, and behavior. Each division also has a recruit chief petty officer. This is a senior recruit who supervises the divisional staff positions and leads the division in the absence of their division commanders. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it is my pleasure to introduce the graduating divisions, their division commanders, and recruit chief petty officers. As I introduce each division, they will raise the competitive flags that they have earned throughout their training. As I introduce each recruit chief petty officer, the flag representing their home state will also be raised. Please hold your applause until all introductions have been completed. I will be starting from their right. Division 001. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Robert Calvert. Petty Officer First Class Jacobia Johnson. Petty Officer Second Class Michael Wakefield. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Marana Babcock from Gordon, Wisconsin. Division 002. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Edward Verdadero. Petty Officer First Class Robert Griffiths. Petty Officer Second Class Jessica Estrada. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Jeremy Keith from Centerville, Maryland. Division 003. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Nicholas DeGeorge. Petty Officer Second Class Brandon Fitch. Petty Officer Second Class Brandon Fulton. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Drew Blake from Houston, Texas. Division 004. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Edmund New. Petty Officer First Class Adrian Hurst. Petty Officer Second Class Nicholas Robbins. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Lake Miller from Ozaki, Kansas. Division 005. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Clarence Haley. Petty Officer First Class Sherelle Benton. Petty Officer Second Class Chad Byrne. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Rebecca Tanner from Homewood, Illinois. Division 006. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Bradley Free. Petty Officer First Class Tanya Cuevas. Petty Officer First Class Stephen Gonzalez. And their Recruit Chief Petty Officer, Seaman Recruit Curvins Alcius from West Palm Beach, Florida. Division 007. commanded by Senior Chief Petty Officer Samira Carney, Chief Petty Officer Gabriel Alcane, Petty Officer First Class Alberto Frolas, and the Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Amanda Sanders from Des Moines, Iowa. Division 008. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Christopher Masher, Petty Officer First Class John Tankersley, Petty Officer First Class Catherine Hurd, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Jerry Burnt from Wills Point, Texas. Division 009. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Vicky King, Petty Officer First Class Johnny Marseille, Petty Officer Second Class Andrew Pickenpaw, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Labronte Banks from Baton Rouge, Louisiana. Division 010. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Tyler Rostad, Petty Officer First Class Zachary Joyce, Petty Officer First Class Oliver Wooray, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Jimmy Springer from Lexington, Alabama. Division 901. Commanded by Chief Petty Officer Mark Abian, Petty Officer First Class Abiodun Rahman, Petty Officer Second Class Joseph Perry, and their Recruit Chief Petty Officer Seaman Recruit Brandon Adams from Gold Beach, Oregon. On behalf of the commanding officer and staff of Recruit Training Command, we congratulate these division commanders and Recruit Chief Petty Officers on a job well done. In a moment, you will see the ceremonial side boys, bosun, and honor guard take their places for arrival honors. This time-honored tradition is our formal greeting to this morning's reviewing officer. When requested by the announcer, please stand for the arrival honors, marching on of the colors, the national anthem, and the invocation. Military guests shall remain covered throughout the entire graduation ceremony. And ladies and gentlemen, one final note. As befitting the importance of this occasion, our ceremony is conducted in a formal manner. However, we do encourage you to participate in today's graduation ceremony by letting your applause show your sailors just how proud of them you are. Once again, welcome aboard.
Attention!
Will the guests please rise and remain standing for the arrival of the official party? Recruit Training Command arriving.
Order! Arms!
Naval Service Training Command arriving.
Order! Arms!
Commander, Navy Reserve Forces Command arriving.
Order! Arms!
The guests may be seated.
Good morning, Admiral. Honor Guard standing by for inspection, sir. Inspection on.
Will the guests please rise? Hand salute.
Order! Arms! Retire the colors!
Hand salute. Ready, two. Chaplain Freeble will offer this morning's invocation.
Let us pray. God, we come before you this morning in remembrance of Veterans Day. And we thank you first for those who have gone before us to defend our freedom and the democracy that has been handed down to us. God, in this moment, we take a moment of silence to remember. God, we thank you also for the support of family members and friends who have allowed these now sailors to be here this morning in our presence, preparing for a life of service to our nation. We thank you for their undying support and ask that it would continue no matter where their friends and loved ones go around the world in harm's way. God, we also pray for these sailors that you would protect them, that you would go before them and defend them, that you would keep them safe, that they would continue to serve with honor, courage, and commitment wherever you lead them around the world. We pray these things in your most holy name. Amen.
Eternal Father, strong to save, whose arm hath bound the restless wave, who bids
Our guests may be seated. At this point, the commanding officer would issue orders and instructions to the unit commanders. Then the unit commanders would face about and relay the information to their divisions. Today's events show how orders are passed through the chain of command.
Divisions! Report! Very well. 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 All divisions, President or account for, sir. Very well. The sailors creed. Good morning, Commander. I present the graduating divisions. Request permission to commence the review.
Very well. Commence the review.
Aye, aye, sir. Parade! Rest! Sound off!
but stand we all in navy blue. In navy blue, we serve the red, the white, the blue. America, we are you. America.
Very well. Good morning. I'm Commander Richard Huth, Executive Officer, Recruit Training Command. I welcome you to this morning's recruit graduation ceremony. Ladies and gentlemen, this is where the Navy starts. Division 901 graduates today, providing arrival honor staff, honor guard, recruit review commander, adjutant, and support for the ceremony. Let's give them a hand for their outstanding performance. And welcome to our reviewing officer, Rear Admiral Eric Young, Commander, Navy Reserve Forces Command, and Rear Admiral Stephen Evans, Commander, Naval Service Training Command. I would also like to welcome and recognize the veterans in our audience for their service to our country. Will our veterans please stand? I'm pleased to welcome the families and friends of these graduates who have come here today to share this significant milestone with their newest sailors. Your Navy continues to be manned by top quality sailors like those with whom you see before you. They and others like them are absolutely critical in maintaining the readiness of our naval forces and the security of our nation. These sailors have successfully completed battle stations and have earned the right to wear the uniform recognized throughout the world as a symbol of freedom. This training group is ready to graduate and serve in the world's most powerful Navy. Ladies and gentlemen, I present to you 697 of the newest and sharpest sailors in the United States Navy.
Recruit Training Command's competitive system among individual recruits and divisions promotes teamwork, attention to detail, and pride in accomplishment. Divisions performing above standards throughout their training are awarded recognition flags in the following mission areas: academic achievement, military drill, compartment readiness, and physical fitness. These flags are carried as a visible symbol of the division's success. Each flag indicates that your sailors individually and as teams met performance standards in one or more mission areas. Throughout the fleet, the Navy awards the Battle E for sustained superior performance and continuous readiness in an operational environment. This demands excellence and superior achievement throughout a competitive period. A training group that excels in every phase of training qualifies for the Battle Efficiency Honor Training Group recognition and is awarded the Battle E flag for this exemplary achievement. Training Group 1 has earned this honor today, and we congratulate these sailors on a job exceptionally well done.
Forward! Rest!
Rear Admiral Young will now present this week's individual awards, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our Executive Officer, Commander Huth. It is our pleasure to recognize the review commander for today's ceremony, Seaman Recruit Brandon Adams, Division 901 from Gold Beach, Oregon. Throughout his training, Seaman Recruit Adams has exhibited great pride in the naval service and has consistently demonstrated his potential as an effective leader. He has maintained a high standard of personal appearance and an excellent display of military bearing and command voice. Congratulations on your outstanding achievement. Well done, sailor. For achieving the highest overall academic score during recruit training, Seaman Recruit Jonathan Ayala, Division 004 from Harlingen, Texas, has earned the Academic Excellence Award, which is sponsored by the Lake Defiance chapter of the Illinois Society of the Sons of the American Revolution. Seaman Recruit Ayala receives a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. For having displayed extraordinary qualities, best expressing the American spirit of honor, initiative, and loyalty, Seaman Recruit Natalie Vela, Division 008 from Farmersville, California, is awarded the Navy League Award, which is sponsored by the Navy League of the United States. Seaman Recruit Vela is presented with a commemorative plaque and a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Brielle Morella, Division 007 from Monroeville, New Jersey, is the winner of the United Service Organization Award for best exemplifying the spirit and intent of the word shipmate. Seaman Recruit Morella is given a commemorative plaque from the United Service Organization. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Dustin McCullough, Division 009 from Odon, Indiana, is the recipient of the Military Order of the World Wars Award of Merit. This award is presented for the meritorious performance during recruit training. Seaman Recruit McCullough is presented with a commemorative plaque from the Military Order of the World Wars. Well done, sailor. The Military Officers Association Leadership Award is presented to Seaman Recruit Jeremy Keith, Division 002 from Centerville, Maryland, for demonstrating exceptional tenacity and professionalism. Seaman Recruit Keith is awarded a letter of commendation from our commanding officer. Well done, sailor. Seaman Recruit Caitlin Ball, Division 002 from Hammondsport, New York, is the recipient of the Navy Club of the United States of America Military Excellence Award for best exemplifying the qualities of enthusiasm, devotion to duty, military bearing, and teamwork. This award places her at the pinnacle of today's newest sailors. She is awarded a flag letter of commendation. Seaman Recruit Ball, the staff of Recruit Training Command salutes you as the finest of this group of graduates. Well done, sailor. It is appropriate to recognize such outstanding individual accomplishments by these sailors with a round of 3 cheers. The adjutant will lead all graduating divisions in 3 cheers for this morning's award winners.
Hip, hip! Hip, hip!
the distinct pleasure this morning of introducing our reviewing officer, Rear Admiral Eric Young. As Commander, Navy Reserve Forces Command, he is responsible for providing trained units and qualified persons available for active duty in the armed forces in times of war or national emergency, to fill the needs of the armed forces whenever more units or persons are needed for support. Receiving his commission from Officer Candidate School, Rear Admiral Young has led in many capacities, including Commanding Officer of USS John L. Hall, where his crew won 5 of 5 Command Excellence Awards, and Commander Destroyer Squadron 1, which was assigned as the Sea Combat Commander for the Carl Vinson Strike Group. He has also led in many staff and shore assignments, including Commanding Officer, Naval Operational Support Center, San Diego, California, Deputy Director, Training, Transformation, and Technology in the Office of the Secretary of Defense, and most recently, Deputy Chief of Navy Reserve. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me in a warm Recruit Training Command welcome to an outstanding sailor, Rear Admiral Eric Young.
Thank you, Commander Hood, for that fine introduction. Good morning, distinguished guests, family members, friends, and esteemed sailors. And for all of you, I use a term of endearment, shipmates. It is a great privilege to be here with you today to celebrate this Herculean accomplishments of the young men and women who stand before us today, and to welcome them as sailors in the world's finest Navy. For over a century, Naval Station Great Lakes has transformed over 3 million civilians into highly trained sailors. Sailors much like the young men and women today who have stepped forward and who have earned the distinction of being part of something that is bigger than themselves. These sailors have been on a journey, the trip to the recruiter, to the military entrance processing station, and to Recruit Training Command. However, this is just the beginning of a challenging and rewarding journey. I know some of them are anxious or uncertain about what would come next, and perhaps they're still wondering, what on earth have I got myself into? Well, you can tell them to be rest assured that every day they can wake up knowing that by putting service above self, they are defending our way of life. And they are honoring you and those who have gone before them. And they are sacrificing some of their own personal liberties to be a part of something of global significance. President Ronald Reagan once said, "Freedom is never more than one generation away from extinction. We did not pass it to our children in the bloodstream. It must be fought for, protected, and handed on for them to do the same. Or one day we will spend our sunset years telling our children and our children's children what it was once like in the United States where people were free." Your sailor has made an important choice. Each of them have selflessly answered the call to duty to serve. They have passed battle stations and proven themselves worthy of wearing a uniform that symbolizes freedom throughout the world. The uniform of the United States of America. The Recruit Training Command's program has always been rigorous, demanding more from recruits than they could probably thought possible. As a result, your sailor will look different to you, perhaps more slender, more poised, and somewhat relieved that the part of the journey is almost over. Their transformation is due in no part to the Recruit Division commanders, instructors, and the staff at Recruit Training Command taking on the unique and honorable challenge of shaping recruits into the finest American sailors, maintaining the Navy's highest standards. I want to thank all of you. You have done a tremendous job. Finally, I would also like to acknowledge and salute the families and friends of these sailors for their integral role you have played. From the beginning, you helped shape your recruit into a person who wanted to stand up for their country and who understands the Navy core values of honor, courage, and commitment. And during the past 8 weeks, you have tirelessly supported. You now are also a part of the Navy family. So welcome aboard, shipmates. Welcome aboard. Sailors, you are about to embark on one of the most challenging adventures of your life. You have chosen to serve your country at a time when it is most needed. When America must show a strong presence throughout the world, on the seas and in the skies. You have made an important choice, and you are now prepared for that tremendous duty. So roll up your sleeves and get ready to work. When I have an opportunity to travel in uniform, people often come up to me and thank me for my service. This morning, I want to thank each and every one of you for your commitment to service. People will wonder and they will ask you, what is it that motivates the men and women of the Navy to serve? The one reason for serving that I frequently share is the desire to be a part of something that is larger than myself, a calling, if you will, that among Americans knows no generation boundaries, and which I feel can only be by accepting the challenges of service to our country, the honor of representing the United States of America in peacetime and in war. You've taken on the responsibility of defending our nation, and you are now prepared for that tremendous duty that lies ahead. You have earned not only mine, but the respect of a grateful nation. So when you're out and about in your service dress blues later on today, smile, hold your head up high. You are a United States sailor. You represent the fighting spirit of the Navy and those who have gone before you. You are the future of the United States of America, and you are the future of the United States Navy. Congratulations, sailors. I am truly proud of you, and I'm glad to call you my shipmates. May God bless all of you. May God bless our Navy, and may God bless the United States of America. Thank you very much.
Drummers, post. Strike, fly, carry on. Forward, platoon, formation, march.
Rear Admiral Young will now receive the salute of the graduating divisions, and he will be joined on the drill deck by our executive officer, Commander Huth. Please remain seated until your graduates have been placed on liberty. Flags. Post. Section leaders fall out and retrieve outer garments. Midway Ceremonial Drill Hall will be closing at the conclusion of today's graduation. Please check the area around you to ensure that you have all of your possessions. For those families with strollers, please retrieve them as you exit the drill hall. Thank you again to each and every one of you for joining us on the most memorable of Navy days. And without further delay, now hear this, Liberty Call, fall out.